Our viewers have been reaching out on Facebook wanting to know more about why Slager is permitted to be released on bond if he is facing a murder charge. News 2's Macy McLeod has the answer, and she joins us now live in the studio. Good evening, Macy.
Good evening, Brendan. I just spoke with former South Carolina Attorney General Charlie Condon, and he told me it's at the circuit court judge's discretion whether to grant bond to someone charged with murder, and he estimates about half of those accused of the crime actually get it.
The bond situations can vary greatly, but again, the same two factors do come into play: danger of flight, danger to the community. And so the setting of a bond in a murder case is not unusual.
But there is one additional factor at play for Michael Slager, and that's the trial date. It is set for October 31st, almost a year and a half after his arrest. Solicitor Scarlett Wilson asked for a late fall date so she could focus on the trial of confessed Mother Emanuel shooter Dylan Roof in July, then still have time to prepare for Slager's trial. Condon says defense attorney Andy Savage's motion for a speedy trial made all the difference.
The defense has made a speedy trial motion, which is highly unusual. Most defendants do not want a speedy trial. It's the last thing they want. They want a trial many years from now in the hopes that the state's case will weaken by witnesses moving away, you name it. So they made a speedy trial. That's a change in circumstance. The state elected, which is also understandable, to try this case after the Roof case. So you have a built-in delay of almost a year, so which could infringe upon the defendant's right to the speedy trial. So in weighing the circumstances, I do think Judge Newman's decision is certainly defensible and understandable.
Condon says any threats of community violence do not come into play when a judge is considering bond.
The fact that others might break the law in response to a proper judicial decision, he wouldn't be worth the salt as a judge if he were to allow people illegal activities to influence the decision. So if that even came into play, I'm certainly proud of Judge Newman for not deciding to keep this defendant in jail because others might commit crimes.
Under the conditions of Slager's release, he must stay within the state of South Carolina, cannot contact Walter Scott's family, and must remain on house arrest. This means he can only leave the house to go to the doctor, to court, his attorney's office, and to church. Macy McLeod, News 2.
Thanks, Macy. The National Action Network asked Solicitor Scarlett Wilson to appeal the bond decision, but Wilson told us there's no appellate process. The state can only seek a revocation when there are grounds for it. Wilson says in this case she has no intention to seek a revocation because there's no basis for one at this time.